Sir, drop your weapon, put your hands on your head, and get down on the ground.
Palm Coast, Florida. A town known more for its palm trees and peaceful communities than high-speed chases or interstate fugitives. But on August 27th, something thundered into this quiet city. Something fast, loud, and dangerous. A blue Ferrari tearing through local streets, a teenage fugitive behind the wheel, and law enforcement scrambling to catch up before innocent lives were caught in the wreckage. But to understand the chaos of that day, we have to rewind to a stormy night in Cranston, Rhode Island. It was quiet until it wasn't a home in a suburban neighborhood was suddenly under siege. Two armed suspects forced their way in, faces covered, voices raised. They weren't guessing. They knew exactly what they came for. This was no random robbery. This was a targeted home invasion. The suspects made their way through the house with military-like precision. One of them waved a firearm, threatening, intimidating, demanding. The other forced the homeowners to give up car keys and access codes. Moments later, the sound of a 661 horsepower engine roared to life. A 2018 Ferrari 488 Spider, deep blue and built for speed, vanished into the night. The mastermind, a 19-year-old named Johnathan Costa, known in Cranston for his fast lifestyle and questionable friends alongside him. Logan Slezak, another young man now wanted for armed invasion. Both disappeared without a trace. 3 days passed. The stolen Ferrari crossed multiple states, avoiding detection, until it popped up on law enforcement radar nearly 1,200 miles away, deep in Florida. Just after noon on Tuesday, August 27th, deputies from the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office tried to pull the Ferrari over on a routine traffic stop, but the driver, later confirmed to be Johnathan Costa, had no intention of stopping. He hit the gas, flooring it past patrol cars, leaving SJSO in the dust as he blasted south toward Flagler County. That single moment kicked off a massive law enforcement response. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office, Florida Highway Patrol, and even air support units joined in. Interstate 95 and US 1, two major highways, were shut down in real time. Stop sticks were deployed. Officers set up roadblocks in anticipation. But Costa wasn't slowing down. He was driving at speeds over 100 miles per hour, weaving in and out of traffic, nearly colliding with vehicles, endangering everyone in his path. Then, the unthinkable. Costa sped straight into a school zone on Belle Terre Parkway, right near Wadsworth Elementary and Buddy Taylor Middle School. With students inside and dismissal hours approaching, authorities had no choice. Both schools were placed in secure hold status. Teachers locked doors. Children were ordered to stay quiet. Parents received texts they'll never forget. But Costa was already gone. He disappeared again, slipping through roads, trees, and suburban sprawl. $1 million Ferrari had vanished in the middle of a Florida afternoon. But Costa wasn't as clever as he thought. As ground units searched the last known location, analysts at the Real-Time Crime Center backtracked movements, surveillance data, and prior contacts. One lead stood out. Costa had a known friend living on Royal Palm Lane, just minutes away from where the Ferrari was last seen. By late afternoon, around 4:30 p.m., Chief David Williams of FCSO was scanning the area when something caught his eye. Behind the house on Royal Palm Lane, awkwardly covered in mismatched red and blue tarps, sat a Ferrari. The lines, the curves, unmistakable. The hiding job, amateur. The vehicle was still fully visible from the road. Deputies moved fast. They surrounded the property, weapons drawn, calling out commands. They had no idea what was waiting inside whether Costa was armed, ready to fight, or gone again. But within minutes, the front door opened. Johnathan Costa stepped outside. No resistance, no confrontation, just silence. He was arrested on the spot. A fugitive from justice, wanted for felonious entry, armed home invasion, use of a firearm during a violent crime, and conspiracy. Authorities transported him to the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate detention facility, where he was held without bond. Within hours of Costa's capture, Slezak turned himself in to the North Providence Police Department, where he was taken into custody by the Cranston PD. The case is still open. Additional charges are pending in Florida, including reckless driving, fleeing law enforcement, and endangering public safety. But here's what we know. This wasn't just about stealing a car. It wasn't even just about the home invasion. It was about a teenager who thought he could outrun the law, outsmart technology, and outdrive police in a $300,000 supercar. But you can't outrun strategy. You can't outdrive surveillance. And no one, not even in a Ferrari, escapes the consequences forever, because the road always runs out.